What's up, everybody? It's the first installation of the Blue Couch. Today, my guest is going to be somebody I've been working with for a long time. He's definitely somebody on the come up right now. Has a lot of music coming. And I just want to introduce him as Rob Foreign, Roberto, the homie. So, man, I just want to say, welcome. And, I'm very proud to see what you've been doing for a long time now. It's been a long time coming, too.
Man,
The crazy amount of work that we've been putting in to try to make sure that we keep you consistent, we keep you moving in this music game, and go ahead and let the people know about you, let them get to know you a little bit better. We'll start you off with where were you born, man?
I was born in South Sacramento, in the Kaiser. That's like, I don't know, bro.
Oh yeah, the South Sacramento Kaiser.
South Sacramento
near
Kaiser.
Mac Road.
Yup.
Yep.
You know where that's at.
Hell yeah. So you were born in Sacramento. You spent most of your life in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Your youth.
Yup. Until 18.
18.
18.
Okay.
That's when I moved out of state. And I stayed. Basically, I moved out of state. I moved to Colorado for a bit. And then I came back 5 years later. And that's when I started school. And that's where I met the homie.
Straight up. What school did you go to?
Elementary or?
Yeah, elementary, my bad.
Bro, I'll move from school to school. Like, I went to Perry Elementary. Then I went to like Roy Herberger. And then my fault. I went to Perry, and then I went to Arthur C. Butler.
Damn, I ain't never heard of any of these schools. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And then Raymond Case, I think. And then Roy Herberger. Like four elementary schools, because I was constantly
Bouncing around and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to? You were in Colorado at the time?
No, I was here.
You were here?
Yeah.
All right.
I went to Monterey Trails. That's where I went to high school.
Monterey Trails, shout out.
Yeah.
What school did wait, so were you weren't in school when you were in Colorado then?
I was for a bit, but then I like dropped out. I should have known, but
dropped out, or you just went homeschool?
No, like I just stopped going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I regret it.
Where'd you graduate from? Or you didn't get your high school?
I didn't.
You got your GED?
No, I did.
Oh, you got your high school diploma?
Yeah, from Monterey Trails, I got it.
Oh shit! But it was tough because you had to miss so much shit, huh?
Yeah, like I went to Colorado, and then I did go to CRC though before going to Colorado. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy, man. I couldn't even think about honestly, I couldn't even think about what it would be like to move from Sacramento or someplace in California all the way to Colorado. That's a long ways, man.
It was a bit of a culture shock.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You miss it at times though? Here and there.
I wouldn't say like I miss it, because here is home.
Yeah,
it's like I'm used to everything out here, like people and all that, and even though it gets kind of
shiesty,
crazy, but hey.
I mean, you the thing is that people don't understand that like Sacramento it's rough around the edges sometimes, but man, it's real different here, man. Like when you live here, it's a vibe, man. It's something different, and people, once you start meeting enough people, man, you create this community, this network. Everybody kind of just looks out for each other. You know what I'm saying? When did you start making music? Like, give me when you started making music. Like, you could be like, oh, I was a little kid, I started making music, and then you can give me like once you really started taking it serious.
Okay. So, I was kind of messing with music like as a little kid, but I kind of stopped a little bit because I wanted to learn how to like play the drums at church and all that.
That's right.
But then they were like, "Nah, you too young and this and that." And then I was like, "Bro, like, why?" Even though I was a little kid, he was like, "Nah, you just young." And I was like, "Bro, trying to learn the drums. What are you doing?"
Let me in. Let
Yeah,
me in.
let me in, coach. But
Yeah.
never happened. And then I was like, I got kind of down a little bit because I was like, bro, like they should have taught me some. They should have.
Yeah.
They should
Gave you
have.
a chance. Gave you a shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
get
like
that.
it is what it is, I guess. And then kind of like not. I wouldn't say I stopped music. I would say more like I was always fascinated with music because there was just certain music, certain like songs that I was just like, bro, like this is like I don't know, like it's
Gave you a good feeling. Gave you the vibrations. You know what I'm saying? You
w-
took in.
it
You
took
know
you
what I'm
to
saying?
an yeah, like it took you to another universe. Like
Yeah.
it's I can't really put it into words. It's just
It's a feeling though. It's like it's hard to
yeah,
describe, but it's like it's a really good dopamine hit. You
yeah,
just feel like that shit in your bones. Like, oh shit, like that was a crazy ass song.
like goosebumps.
What was one song that like growing up that really shaped like something different in you? Or it could be an album, but I would say like a song. Like if you have a song, something that really just like hit you some type of way and made you want to like, yo, I could do that one day.
Freaking what was that song? There, could I say more than one? Cause
Yeah,
I got
yeah, man, go ahead.
okay. The one that really like there's the ones that I could say were like Kid Cudi, Solo Dolo,
Yeah,
Travis Scott, Skeletons, and some like Tame Impala songs. What other ones? Some Lil Wayne songs. I can't remember like all of them, but there's some that I'm like, bro. Some Eminem songs and like it's another one. Don't hate me, y'all, because he's going loony right now. But some Kanye songs.
nah, you ain't gotta worry about that. I think everybody that is on the internet right now at one moment in time was a huge Kanye fan.
Yeah.
You know, his production, early stuff, like middle stuff, like he was killing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
There was some songs where I like, even me, like Love Lockdown. When
Mm-hmm.
I first listened to it, I used to hate that song, bro. I thought it was like, I was like, man, this is like, I heard it everywhere, so I just thought it was kind of like weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ending, like the way that he shaped the sounds and everything, I was like, nah, like, I don't understand the hype, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I got older and I started, dabbling in production, and I was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
like this man really took like music to a different level. And now, to this day, my favorite song is what's it called? Through the Wire, man. That's a crazy song, man. Like I know, like the story is crazy of how he made it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like making it after the car accident where his mouth was like, wired shut.
Yo.
But the beat itself, you really hear it. It's a lot of drums, a lot of percussion, like a lot of things going on. And there's not many people that have been able to make that sound like and make it still kind of fun and smooth and people could still bob their heads to,
Mm-hmm.
like something like Timbaland. Timbaland, to me, that was one
Bro.
of my big influences, man. Back in the day, like I was like, every time I heard any song that he produced, I was like, that's a mean motherfucker right there,
Man. What's it? Oh, Runaway. Runaway. I still play till this day.
That's right.
And I forgot to mention. There's some Kendrick songs like Swimming Pool. Swimming Pool when that dropped, and some J. Cole songs too. What's that one song called? She Knows. That one.
She knows. Oh my god.
That one just like production wise, I was like, bro, it just
It's different.
it's like the vocals, the like how he just says she knows. It just gives you this eerie feeling, but at the same time, it's like, how would I
It's
say
still
this?
like it's still
It,
fun though.
it's fun, but it's like eerie, mysterious, and like it just gives you so much emotions, so much like I'm not gonna lie. First time I heard it, I kind of felt scared a little bit.
Yeah, that's
It
how I
was like,
felt. That's how I felt about Love Lockdown at the
bro,
end with like the horns and stuff. I was like, bro, what is going
bro.
on? It sounds like a ritual. This sounds crazy.
Yeah, there's some songs that I'm just like, whoa, like,
But you see, she knows too. You hear the drums on that?
mm-hmm,
The drums are fast, bro. And it's a lot of times like nowadays, like the drum schemes are similar. You know, it's trap music.
mm-hmm.
Like back in like when he was making those songs when Timbaland was still going hot, like there was this like moment of just like heavy drums, super fast drums with a bunch of percussion. That's a
No,
candy sound when it comes to music, man. It's crazy.
oh, that's true.
Hmm.
That's true.
All
But
right. So not to veer out, but let's I want to take this back to you, man. So you came back from Colorado. You were how old were you when you came back?
18, 20. I was like, what, 20, 20, 22, 23?
Was that when I met you, or had you already been back for a while?
I was like, I didn't go that summer.
Uh huh.
So, um, I gotta untie. So, that summer, I was, yeah, it was, so I turned 24 when I went back. And you were like, what, 25 or something like that?
25, I think, when I started. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 24 at the time. And yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Time does fly.
Yeah. Like the other day, you showed me a video of you and like at your homie's crib, and you guys had like a mic and everything. So you
Mm.
made music even back then.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I know now.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just like,
Just doing it because you wanted to so bad. It's
e-
just like
e-
I want to be doing something in music.
something. Like at the time, I was still trying to, like, I knew that I
Uh,
wanted to do music, but before that, like, I was going to school for business actually,
that's right.
and then I was just like, I'm not really. It's
Heart
like,
wasn't in it.
yeah, like I'm like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I've learned some stuff in there, but at the same time, I was like, this is not what I was meant to do. It has to be something creative, something, I don't know, something like,
Something else.
yeah, like I wasn't meant to not be in a,
Creative space, maybe. Some
mm-hmm,
type of art.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something like creative, something like drawing, uh, graphic design, something that has to do with art and colors and just something.
Yeah. I thought it was crazy too, cause like when we first met, it was like first day of class. Like I was in the same page as you. I had done a bunch of jobs. I was working like things that I didn't want to do, but
Mm-hmm,
I just did it cause I need. Everybody needs money. We all gotta live.
mm-hmm,
And it's not like I haven't like I had made good money. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
But I somebody told me. I mean, multiple people had told me already. Like, yo, dude, do what you love, do what you want to do, figure it out, and things will work out.
mm-hmm,
And I remember like my last job before I went back to school, like somebody was like, "Oh, yo, I make music too, and like I do this shit too," and I'd be like, "All right," and I asked him like, well, show me what it is that what you do,
mm-hmm,
and they put me through the ringer of like, "Oh, this is my studio, this is how I do this, da, 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 da." And I just looked and I was just like, I do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know the same thing. I had never walked into a room really with somebody that was like, oh, I'm good at this shit.
mm-hmm,
Like, I'm
mm-hmm,
really good. Like, let me show you something.
mm-hmm,
So, like, one day I went to a studio with my siblings and I walked in and I was like, okay, like, he pieced it together. It was good enough. Let's do it.
mm-hmm,
And he starts kind of showing me these little techniques and he tells me about like EQ, starts picking out little frequencies right away. And I was just like, see, I can't do that. I don't understand it well enough. Maybe I can make a decent song, make a nice beat, make a good synth or whatever. But when it came down to it, it was hard to like put my finger on what I needed. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And it was interesting because when I first met you, I hadn't been working with nobody. Like I was working with like homies, but like we were just having fun. Like we were just in the garage. You remember the
Just
garage, you know, like
yeah, just
chilling, man.
just 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 for the
Just for the vibes, man.
just for the giggles like this.
Yeah, especially smoking all that weed. Back then we were chiefing,
Bruh.
but I thought it was funny because like I met you and immediately I was like, I am not gonna lie to you. When I first met you, I was like, this fool looks like a goon, like a straight hooligan. Like, who is this? Because I remember like you walked up and you were all like you're kind of like there was something like a little bit like, oh, you know, he's probably he's from the hood. He's probably got a chip on his shoulder. There's a lot of times people be like that with me. Like they feel like they have to prove something or like, I'm this and I'm that, and it's like you walked up to me humble as fuck, just like, hey, what's up? And we met Chase the same day, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Chase was like, oh yeah, like this is what I do is da 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 da. And we start kind of building this little network immediately the first day.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that night we were talking for probably like an hour outside of that classroom, and you were telling me like, oh, I make music. I'm like straight up like I produce and I make music too, but like I want to be a producer. And I remember you showed me your songs, and I was like, all right, so he's got potential. Let's do this shit. Like, all right, let's figure this shit out, and let's give each other a shot. It was like, if you give me a shot to record with you, like I'll record you. We'll make it work. But never would I have thought that like working with you was what began like my journey into becoming like a full-fledged producer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've worked with countless amount of people at this point, and everybody that I've worked with has been dope, man. In their own way, they've all had something to offer. Everybody's been doing something cool. I put you, in the same room as some of those people, and you've man, you guys collide, and it's really just something big, man. It always turns into something dope. And you remember the first day, bro, the day we got the 1,000 views,
Bro, that was. I
bro.
was like, nah, this ain't real. I was like,
Ain't that crazy though?
yeah. And shout out the homie Chase
Shout out the homie Chase for
because
putting this on, bro.
yeah, he put his on for real, for real.
He was the one that told me initially like, oh yep, like you should work with Rob, and I remember being like, damn, I really want to work with Chase. And like him and Mike, they had some shit going already. They had like crazy flow, man. And then he was like, work with Rob, and I was like, all right, like yeah. And it was interesting because I remember the first couple of times we worked together, I was like, my boy, I remember you were still in robotic mode,
Bro.
everybody is, you start off and you be like, you were trying to emulate so hard, like, and you were trying to do some shit like different. It just wouldn't hit. And I remember telling you over and over again, like, you're too static. You're too static.
Yeah, that would piss me off so much, bro. I was like, and also shout out the homie Mike.
Shout out to homie Mike. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, that would just piss me off because I would hear it in my head like how I want to hit it. But then when it starts to record, it was like, bro, it was different. I don't know what it was. I think once we started doing the whole like punch in, bro,
Yeah.
bro, it was different.
Yeah, dude, that punching era was different.
It's just,
As soon as I got the technique down, like of like understanding what works best for you, it was over with.
bro.
You remember those accidental doubles that we
Bro.
would get, and it was just like, ooh, that shit
So-
was money, bro.
Bro, that was some like Tupac stuff right there too
Mhm.
with them doubles. I was like, yep.
And we would sit inside that fucking dusty ass, musty ass room for hours, bro. Because keep in mind, everybody, like, we didn't have access to the studios yet. We did, but we didn't really know what we were doing, kind of. Actually, no, we didn't, bro. Not the first semester.
Nah, it was like
Second semester, yeah.
second on to third semester once they started letting us use the studio.
Yeah, it was
But-
like halfway through second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, bro, like, but we were like, once we got into that studio, we were like in awe, bro. Like we were just like, yo, this is nice.
We also didn't know what the fuck we were doing still. Even for that next year, the next semester, we still didn't know what the fuck we were doing. I remember we would still go into the practice rooms because we just didn't even know how to operate the equipment. Damn near, I didn't even know how to turn on the damn shit. So I remember,
bro.
bro, bro. So many good times though. So many good
Nah, I'm not
times.
gonna lie. I've missed it, bro. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna still go back for that associates. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta get that damn
Yeah, shout
associates,
out to
bro.
you, man. Shout out to you.
I'm not
You gonna get
playing.
it. You gonna get it.
I know for sure I'm gonna
For
get it.
sure.
Every time I say I'm gonna get some, I'm gonna get it.
Hell yeah.
That's how I am.
And I'll say it like this: you are one of the most persistent motherfuckers I know for sure. Like very, very persistent, man. Always, every single time you said, "I'm gonna do something," you would do it, and that's one of the reasons why I stuck like working with you was because I would tell you, you know what, bro, you need to work on this. And I remember I would hear you going and asking everybody like that you had faith in their opinion. You'd be like, how do you do this? How do you write? What tips can you give me? What can I do here? What can I do here? And then you come back to me, you'd be like, I fixed it or I got it. And I remember we'd go at it again and it was like, oh shit. All right, now look. So the first song that we ever hit 1,000 on was Happy, I think. No Voices in My Head.
Voices in my head, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I,
Or
Voices in My Head. I was listening to Overthinking recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm very like I don't like hearing myself on a track, so I don't listen to many of my shit too often, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was listening to that one and it was funny because I was thinking to myself, I was like, there was a moment in Overthinking, in between the one before Overthinking and Overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was like the aftermath was Voices in My Head, and then Happy. Dude, those songs like once I feel like it was like going back in time. Like we went one back like 1 to 1 back to back, and you heard the difference night and day.
Bruh,
Crazy,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you, Happy was my favorite song, bro.
I think
Still is.
yeah, I
It
think it's still
still
my favorite
is.
song.
Cause it's just like this thing that you did in the vocals in the background, bro. I was like, bruh, bruh. The whole like deep stuff to it, like what was it? You did something crazy with the vocals in the background. Oh, it was me like humming on it a little bit. I think I hummed on it.
On which one? And Voices in My Head or Happy? Oh,
Happy,
when you were
happy.
doing the like
The
the bass hum.
yeah,
Yeah, and we turned it into like basically a bass line behind it.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it was like, bro, that's
That's when I started giving a fuck about like being like weird. Like I wanted to make weird ass shit. You remember like because I think before that we were still playing it safe, like doing like cool shit, but like it was still like Voices in My Head. That was
uh-huh,
like cool. That
uh-huh.
was a beat I made, and it was like, all right, let's just rip it. I knew it was yours because it just sounded like your shit.
Voices in my head. Yeah, you did. Yeah, we were. I think we were in the garage in your parents' garage, and then we were like trying to figure
Yeah.
it out. And I was like, bro, do whatever. Like I don't care. Be it like. I told you straight up. I was like, be experimental. Like I don't care. Like let's mix it up
Yeah.
with psychedelic and what other like song.
Just experimental ass shit,
Yeah,
really. Because I
yeah.
remember you used to say like, just, just do your magic. I trust you. And I used to get I used to get so pissed, bro. Whenever you said that, I'd be like, what do you want? You're like, you know what, bro? Just do your magic. The fuck does that mean, bro? The fuck does do your magic mean, bro? But it cracked me up, and I remember I would like go back in and I'd be pissed, but then all of a sudden I would do something and it was like, fuck, he was right. Like I did just need to do my magic. And reality is like it's not magic, but it
Nah,
kind of felt like it sometimes, man.
it's just I was just like, just do your thing. Like don't overthink it. Just do what you gotta do. Like
And I think we should also preface it with like, you know, you have a strong faith, like you're a Christian, man, and you know I wasn't accustomed to that at the time either. You know what I'm saying? And like, um, you know, you want to give some details of like, you know, kind of like why you dive into the faith and why you stay away from, you know, the kind of like I wouldn't say the bad stuff, but like the stuff that could hold you back at some point, you know.
um, where would I start? Well, since it's June, um, and we don't really talk about this, but basically, like men's mental health, they don't really
Yeah.
like, you know. Anyways, from time to time. I'm not saying I'm like fully, but from time to time, I sometimes like there are moments where depression comes in. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course.
Even though I'm a Christian, man of God, but at the same time, there are some thoughts that just eat me up sometimes, and I'm just like, and yeah, we spoke through it through the
Of course,
phone,
of
bro.
course, of
Like
course.
it's just, and sometimes life, and then stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I need to continue being in contact with God because ever since I have kind of like slipped a bit, it's like my mood has kind of like went down, like uh, gone bad in a way. Not in a way, it has gone bad, and I need to get back in connection with God because once I like start getting like how would I
Too
say
far away, too separated from your faith and everything. Yeah.
it just gets dark.
Yeah.
It gets dark like that.
You know,
And
not to cut you off, but I always thought it was funny because you would always tell me about this like dark side of like Rob, dark side of Rob, and the music. I mean, we go dark sometimes, like we try to push boundaries to make it almost scary.
yeah.
Some of the songs could have been on like a Halloween movie, like you know what I'm saying, like something a horror movie. Oni for sure, bro. Oni was something else, man. But I think it's funny because like not funny. I think it's interesting because sometimes, and you know how I am, bro. Like I'm very much like my form of working through depression and working through the darkness is like pushing to accomplish something that I feel like I need to accomplish, whether that's a song or whether that's like, whether it's like at the gym, like I just, hit a new PR or something like that. But it all makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm being productive, like I'm moving forward in something. But I remember like you used to tell me about this darkness all the time, and like, you know, the one thing with me was always like stay close to God. And I wasn't I'm still not necessarily a religious person. I'm a person of faith. Like I believe in God, but I don't have a religion. You know what I'm saying? Like I base my faith off of certain Christian ideals, but there's certain things that I just like stick to myself. I keep him close, and I always have faith in something above me. You know what I'm saying? Hope that someone's watching out, and faith that someone's watching out. But I find it interesting because like you changed my mentality on that a lot. We're back. So what I was trying to say was that it's interesting that you used to tell me about this dark side, and all I could ever say was just like stay close to God because you taught me that. When I was going through a rough time when I first met you, man, because life was just catching up, and I knew where I was headed, but it took me a while to understand like what I needed to in order to get there. And one of those things that kind of brought me in again was like you telling me like, yo, bro, just believe in God. And I used to smoke hella weed. I was just out of pocket, like, and amongst other things, you know what I'm saying? But I remember I started understanding like, okay, like Rob's sober, like I could be sober. Like at least when we're making music, like let's just be sober. Like I work faster that way. We get more done that way. We were able to like get the faith, and like we were able to get respect from like the faculty, so they would let us into these places and shit that not necessarily did they let other people in. But it was interesting because then we shot the music video to Oni, you know what I'm saying, and at the end of the day, like we shot Psycho. We recorded a shit ton of fucking a shit ton of songs, and we just went hard, man. And I think like those were some of like the happiest times for me. And I think sometimes you would walk in and you'd be like, you know what, man, like I'm going through it and I'm having a hard ass time. And I remember I used to tell you, just write about it.
Yeah.
And you used to be like, I know, man, but like I'm like, no. Just write about it.
Yeah.
And then what would happen? A day or two would go by and you'd come in and be like, I got it. Yeah, I got something, bro.
I got it. I got another wood.
And then all of a sudden you would just be like, all right, bro, let's pray before our session. Let's pray that God got me and that we're gonna get this song finished and everything. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. As soon as we do it, and it just felt like the whole room would lighten up, and we would just like, boom, 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 knocking it out. You know, one after the other. So tell me a little bit about. Tell me a little bit about your experience as far as music. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what is your ideas for the future? What do you want people to know? What message are you trying to send to people through your music?
That even though it is at times, well, most of the times, my music could be a bit dark. I'm not gonna lie, but even though it is a bit dark, that there's always like hope. There's always how how can I that the one and only truly person that could, I wouldn't say person, I would say more like entity that can give you peace of mind and love and finding your true self is God. And my main thing is through my music to lead people to God. But as I said, I'm a human being. I mess up. As a Christian, I don't want y'all to be like, oh yeah, he's picture perfect. He's this and that and goody two shoes. Because as I said, I've had moments where I've screwed up so much. I get angry like everybody else. I get sad. I get irritated. Like I'm not I'm not this. How would I say?
You're human.
Yeah, like
You feel just the way that we all feel. You have your days, your bad days, your good days, and everything in between and shit. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
In a way, it's like I think me and you have similar reasons for why we make music. Is like trying to get people to understand that like creativity comes from the human in us. You know what I'm saying? Like we make music with the idea of like we want to make a difference in a way, but it's also like the difference we want to make is understanding like our own flaws and how other people can perceive them and understand that they're not alone in how we move and what we go through, you know. And I think a lot of your music speaks to that very heavily, you know. I remember when I was going through hard times, like, you know, we were making all this music and I wouldn't listen to any other music. I would just listen to the music I would make with all the people I would make. You know what I'm saying? Like we worked with Ashlyn, with Eva, we've worked with, you know, with Abe, with Eric, Chase, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Jew, like everybody, like these are, whether or not they have like, you know, a bunch of songs out or not, like they were killing it, man. And everything spoke to you. Like it was just all, yeah, we all went through similar shit. We all had similar experiences in our own individual ways, but we all kind of had the same idea of like we wanted to impact the people, you know. We wanted people to feel what we felt and like understand that like if you went through the same things, you're not alone in this, you know. And I think I mean, a lot of times we all resonated with the same thing too.
crazy.
If you talk about family, I think every single one of us when we started, it was like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you're making music, like well,
why?
Yeah.
It's just, and also shout out to all those people that Esteban shouted out right now. Eva, Ashlyn, Jew, Mike, Chase, Eric, Abe. Y'all the goats.
Wonder.
The homie Wonder
The
too.
homie Wonder, Jaden.
Jade and
You know what I'm saying? Bro, Jaden was that was a godsend right there,
bro.
man.
He's still, bro. He's
Day one.
He's a freaking beast, dog.
For
all
sure.
all of them. What am I talking about? All of them are beasts, bro.
All
like
of them,
all
bro.
of them are just.
Yeah. Shout out Nick, man. Shout out everybody, bro. Shout out everybody that helped us in this journey, cause
for sure.
in reality, you know, we're still, you know, kicking at the dirt, trying to make shit happen. But we learned so much, and I feel like everyone bounced so many ideas off each other, and we all kind of took, from the same pile, and understood that it was no like game, it was no ego, it was no like, okay, I'm better than you, you're better than me, and da da da. It was like, nah, we're in here, let's make something great for the people, and let's show them that we all are talented, and that we got something to show the world,
Mm-hmm.
And I think I like, how did it feel when the 1,000, that was dope. But now let's take it to the 10,000, the first 10,000 song. Do you remember what that was?
Which was it?
I think that was.
Was it?
I think it was Oni.
Was it Oni?
Oni went 10,000 first. Remember?
10K, yeah.
The video.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pushed that shit,
bro.
And I remember when they hit 10K, we used to tell. What did you were like? Next time I'm gonna get 20K, and I'm gonna get 30. Like, and it just boom, 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 snowball. How did it feel when you got that 10K though? Such a scary ass song, man, but a cool video too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rue. We gotta give him that credit.
Shout out to Rue.
Rue did that shit.
He did. He did.
For sure.
It was just I had this idea, and it came to life, and that's the most, I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I guess the most beautiful thing you could ever do, like what you have in your mind, see it actually come to life in this like how would I say this?
Yeah.
like
it's like a painter, like painting on a canvas, and the picture is exactly how he had it in his mind,
envisioned it.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, like, and don't get me wrong, I do have more ideas in my mind to like make it come to life, but I know it's gonna be, I know for a fact it's like it's gonna take time and patience, because sometimes, bro, let me tell y'all something. As an artist, you stress yourself out so much, it's not even funny. Like, you like start overthinking, and then your thoughts it gets bad. That's all I'm gonna say. It gets bad.
There's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of ego death that goes into it. It's like you try your hardest to make something that you hope people love, and maybe it's the same for producers, maybe it's the same for like beat makers, but man, I've got my heart broken 1,000 times when it comes to showing people music, because it's like sometimes you'll be in there for hours, slaving away at a beat,
man,
or at a song, and then just to go show it to somebody super excited because you think you have a gold mine, and they just look at you like, oh, I like the beat,
or like,
oh yeah, that little thing that he did was cool,
or like, I'm like, bro,
that's what I'm saying, like,
like, what's like.
One piece of advice though that I will give everybody that's in music is that you spend a lot of time hoping for validation from people, but the truth is that people have made worse songs and made it big just because somehow they get popping on TikTok or popping on YouTube or whatever, and they go all the way up, you know what I'm saying? And I think like a lot of times you have to put your ego aside and say, okay, I made a great project, and as long as I push it the right way and I promote it the right way, like, it's gonna be for somebody. You know how many songs I made where I show somebody and they just be like, it's not really my type of music, but it's good, right?
Yeah.
And then I talk to, like, I just leave it alone. Then one day somebody goes, yo, like, I listened to your music, bro. That shit was good. That shit was hella hard. Like, oh, this song spoke to me. Oh, I love what you did on this song. Make more music. And you're over here sitting like fucking ready to fucking end it all because like one person didn't like your song, but there's fucking 10, 12, man, even if you have a room full of people that enjoyed your song, bro, like, it's a big deal. And sometimes you won't know, bro, until you let it out there. So like, as for people that are real stingy about dropping music, like people want to hear it, whether or not it's 10,000 or just 10 people, man. But like somebody wants to hear it. Like why keep it? Why keep it to yourself when who knows, man? Somebody could just love it, and you can't do this shit with the idea of wanting to go like to get rich. Getting rich is dope, man, and getting the notoriety is even better. I like to think so when it comes to music, but we don't do it for that. I don't think we've ever done it for that. Like
No,
let's go to the 100,000 now.
we already did.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Is
Just like,
like how did like that didn't I don't think that changed either of our feelings. Like it felt good to be finally be like, yo, we hit that. But what was
it's
the next thing we said is like now we gotta get the subscriber count up. Now we
yeah,
gotta
yeah. It's going back to what you were saying
Mhm.
about the whole like you putting your whole soul into a song, bro. I was getting eaten alive, bro. I'm talking like eaten alive. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was not the best starting off. Like who is, you know? But I was getting eaten alive, and people were. uh,
Bro, ruthless.
People in the internet, I'm telling you right now, people in the internet are just they're they're savages, man. They'll tear you apart, like ugh. And then every time I showed the homie, he was like, "Bro," and then and then I'll be like, "All right," I'll laugh it off. Did it hurt? I'm like, "Hmm, you know, you put your heart and soul into something, and then someone says like they just
Shit all over it, critique it, man,
man.
and it took me a long time to understand that, like getting over it. But I
Mm-hmm.
remember me and you had that conversation real early on when we first made the music. And you
Mm.
used to tell me like, yo, bro, this guy says that I need to do this and this guy says I need to do that, and I think that we're missing this and maybe I should have done it like this. Should I redo this like this and then redrop it? I'm like, man, that's yesterday's news, man. At the end of the day, like once it's out, just let it be that. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember we talked about that a couple of times where you're like, oh, I want to redrop this, let's redo it. I'm like, look, bro, if you want to do this, let's do it on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time, let's just get better. You're like, no, but I want to have the perfect. I'm like, no, bro, like that's not how it works. Let's show them the progression. Show them how hard you had to hustle in the beginning to get to where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember every single time we would drop something, it was just like boom, it get more interactions, more people looking, more engagement, and then until the point that we hit that like over 100K, and like we still continue to move towards the next goal,
Mm-hmm.
but that was a big deal, like, and I don't even think we had time to really sit with that and be like, yo, that was cool. That was 100,000 people that listened to our song.
Bruh. Nah, it's funny because that first 100K was from us collabing.
Mm-hmm.
Moving was yeah. Y'all gotta check that song out. That song is
Yeah, moving was the closest thing to a masterpiece, and we literally made it basically like a freestyle. It was like that was here, right?
yeah. It was yeah. It's like I wrote something like how was it? I think you had it in your vault. Like you had it in one of
Yeah.
your vaults, and you were like, "Hey, bro, check this out."
No. So you want to know what really happened?
What?
I made it,
Uh huh.
and with the idea, I do this to Rob sometimes. I just because I think it's funny, but sometimes I'll make a song or I'll make a beat that I know is so hard that I know that he's gonna want to get on it, and I sometimes I just mess with him. I'll just tease him a little bit, just be like, "Hey, bro, check this out." And we sat in the studio at school, and I remember like I played it, and like the beginning is like the sickest sample, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got these crazy like bass line coming in, and then the little boom bap, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was in your alley. And the funny thing is, you know who I showed it to first? I think I might have shown it to like Chase first, and I think he wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a few other people, when I showed it to them, they were like, "Bro, like, let me get that." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Nah, no. This one's close to the heart. Like, I'm gonna get on it,
Yeah.
right?"
Yeah.
And the idea was me I was gonna spit, go crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think you were like, "Bro, let me get on it." And I remember you were like adamant. I think you even wanted to pay for that shit. You were like, "Bro, let me get on it, let me do something with that. And I was
Yeah.
like, I think I told you, I was like, write something, and if it hits, we'll do it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I think you spit it to me over the phone, and I knew something was like, I knew it was good,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, all right, let me hear it once we get there. And we pulled up here to the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember you spit that shit, and I had just come back from you could hear in the beginning of the song, like I just came back from walking outside the room, and I walk in the room and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And
Mm-hmm.
you were like, oh yeah, hold up, I'm about to go back in.
Yeah.
Boom, and you spit, and I remember you spit that whole thing damn near like one take.
Yo.
And then when we finished that, I was like, oh, and I felt it. I was like, it's my turn. Like, let's go
Yeah.
crazy. And I went in and killed it. And I remember just after that, I had bought this new plugin where I was like, oh, I was ready to try it, and it was gonna like make things sound a little bit better and stuff. And I remember just messing with it, and I was like, oh, and I heard it in my ears, in my, when you just know something hits.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh, we got one.
Bro.
And I remember sending it to you, and it was just poof, like, oh, we're up.
It was just, we finished that song in what, like 45 minutes or something, like, or 30
It
minutes?
was probably one of the quickest songs. I was one of the quickest beats I've ever made, quickest ones I've ever wrote to, and the quickest ones we've ever recorded.
That's crazy.
And the song is literally called "Moving."
Literally.
Literally. And you made a sick ass album cover too.
Yup.
It even kind of like embodied what it was, what the song was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And never would I thought that would have been one of our top ones though. Almost sick.
And
We had done Psycho. Psycho was a good one too. We got down on that one.
Nah, you got on Happy too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The chorus.
Yeah, some of the ones that have gone the furthest were the collabs, and
Yeah,
we're gonna continue to do those for sure.
man.
But that moving that was like the
and
that was the one.
this recent one, but all right, I ain't gonna shame.
Right. We gotta keep it low key because we started switching stuff up, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, every single time is something. We just keep pushing the envelope, and it seems to be working. So
Let's just say every time we make music,
we're on a mission. We try to complete it every single time.
We it's just it's something new, and I feel like something new to the game that not too many people like. Mainstream, yeah, and no hate on the mainstream, but I can't really relate to the mainstream, bro. Like
it's hard nowadays, at least for us. Like we come from a different like line of music, you know. But I will say that a lot of the music that we made has remnants of something older, but also it's like new enough that people wouldn't. It's like familiar, but it's not the same, you know. And I think that's the funnest part of making music. Sometimes is like you really don't have limits. Like you can make whatever you want, right? But I think once you have like we have a really good system and really good chemistry at this point where we know how to like work with each other really well. We know what points we got to give each other. We know what we're asking for, like how we're moving towards the goal, and like what really it's your sound. Like I know your sound well enough at this point to know like, okay, he wants this, he wants it to sound like this. But I think it's funny because like I got some beats for you. Like after, like bro, like trust me. Like once you drop this one, like we're gonna have to start looking into the next one because I got some cool stuff for you.
Oh, that one that you sent me. I did write to it, but I'm trying to figure out how to end it.
Yeah.
But it's.
Bro, I'm telling you, but there's one where I'm thinking I want to collab because I have like too much free space on it. I might just want you to hop on that. But going back to this whole, you know, I want people to kind of get a glimpse of like what it is that they can expect from you, you know, coming up within the next, you could say a year, we could say within the next few months. What's something you want to accomplish?
Shoot. Get like fan base that is supportive. But not only that, like our music just does like a huge impact on a lot of people. Like they're just sharing it and just like going crazy, and we're just going on tour like that. Like that's what within a year. How am I gonna do that? Shoot, gotta gotta write a blueprint, something, plan it out. How?
Hard work, man.
Yeah,
Hard work.
consistency. Never forget consistency. Cause if you're just saying, "Oh, I make music," and you don't drop, it's just like, are you really making music, or are you saying you make music?
And I will say you're one of the most consistent people I know too. Like you drop every single month. You're at least dropping a project. You know, sometimes you'll hit them with a double take. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about doing like a album type mixtape, or you like doing the singles? I feel like singles are fun.
Yeah, I do want to make a mixtape or an album, but it is, how would I say? I just don't want to have that quote
Yeah.
unquote disappear for however long it'll take just to
Yeah.
drop a mixtape or a album, because I know it, bruh.
They come and go now. Like you people don't sit with albums too long. They'll sit with singles longer than they sit with albums nowadays. What about you ever think about doing something different, like Tame Impala vibes, like maybe doing some like more like poppy stuff? You ever thought about dabbling in reggaeton? I know we tried it one time, but we never really went back to it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like I wouldn't. How would I say? Mm. I would consider myself, yes, a rapper, but at the same time an artist. More an artist because as I told you before, I don't like to be put in a box or labeled a certain thing, like a certain, just having a label on me. It just,
Being stuck in a box.
yeah, like it don't sit right with me, and that's why when people are like, why is he doing this and this, I'm like, bro, I'm just doing me. Like just, I don't, it's not that I don't follow the rules, but sometimes I'm just like, why? I question it. I'm like,
Yeah.
why should we do it like this, or like, why do we have to do this? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes it's more fun to be rebellious. I'm not gonna lie to
yeah,
you, man.
yeah,
It's
it's
definitely a good time to be on bullshit sometimes, I swear.
especially with music.
Mhm.
Especially with music, because it's like there's no rules of how to like really.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, like there's like what John used to say, shout out to John too, you know what I'm saying? But he used to say like there's in music there's no rules, there's only guidelines, right? It's like things that you kind of have to abide by, but then you could get around. And I think we're starting, I wouldn't say well, yeah, I would say we're starting. At least me, like with the production, I feel like I'm barely starting to chip like the tip of the iceberg, because there comes to a point right now where like, man, like I've learned so much within the last like 6 months, that I feel like I'm starting to become a whole different type of producer, and really getting into detail with every single little sound, and making sure that the end product sounds really clean and really nice. And but it's also like today, what we did today, that's experiment. That was just crank the shit out of knobs and figure it out and make it sound crazy, but
Bro, I
it
just,
worked.
yeah, like I even say, yo, like experiment on the vocals too, and I was like, came something different.
Yeah.
It's, I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to think we should experiment a bit more on the vocals and even the sounds, bro. Like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, I didn't know how to make beats. Now I do.
That's right. And you've made a quite a couple beats recently. I think the last song you dropped was your beat, right? Shine.
Yeah,
That was your
Shine
own beat.
was my own beat, and The Only Villain Is You. That one was.
That was also your beat, right?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
right.
You did help me a little bit. Like you
Yeah,
added like
but
the background vocal to it, but
yeah, but majority of all that was you for sure. Like,
yeah.
What I will say is that, um, with the more things you learn, and this is for any independent artist that I know, because I wouldn't say I've had the most successful music career. I just say I get by doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of fun doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
I've understood little tricks and trades.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're an independent artist, you should always be trying to learn how to do either your own recordings, your own mixing, your own mastering. It's hard to get real in depth and make it sound super super professional,
Mm-hmm.
but at least like touch base a little bit on how to do certain things. You could do a lot with EQ, a lot with compression. Sometimes you don't even need EQ, like your compression will give you exactly what you need. But understanding what each of these things means,
Mm-hmm.
you make it easier for the engineer, you make it easier for the producer, you make it easier for yourself at the end of the day, and you save a lot of money. Like, so that's for anybody that's in this music game. It's like if you could learn just a little bit of production work and trying to get yourself acquainted with the equipment and understanding what the plugins mean, you can get really really far in this. And there's room for everyone in music. There's gonna be this. I feel like music is gonna be a forever thing. I hope so. If things don't start turning into like alien workshops and we start just like vibrating all, like that's the only thing we vibe off of.
Freaking AI.
AI, something crazy, bro. We just all
Bro.
turn into molecules and just like really tiny atoms and shit, like
Yeah.
floating around in this. But look, at the end of the day,
Mhm.
I do want to say thank you for being the first guest. And is there anything that you want to say to the people out there? Some word of advice or just something, a motivation
Hmm.
or something you've learned in this that's helped you out.
I could say what I could say to y'all is even when times get rough or like times are just like tough, continue going. Continue going at the pace. Don't stop. Please don't stop. But it's just continue going no matter if you have to crawl just to get to that goal. Because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it gets tough. It's not easy, but como dicen, todo lo bueno cuesta. So keep at it, and I know and I believe we are gonna make it pretty far in this. No doubt. We're gonna have a huge fan base. We're gonna impact a lot of people in this music. A lot. Trust. Trust.
I believe it. Trust. I definitely believe it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you once again coming on the blue couch. Thank you to everybody watching. And I hope that we have many more of these conversations. And I do want to make this a more steady thing, and get you in here a couple times, if I can, so that way you can give people your updates of where you're at and where we're at. But thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being a part of my journey, and always being able to be a supportive, backing in what it is that we've accomplished so far. But with that being said, I'm Az-Tec High. This is Rob Foreign, the one and only. And you guys need to go check out his latest project and his new project that'll be dropping within the next month, couple
Nah,
weeks.
nah, this month, bro. We gotta drop this month too.
This month. All right. So it's dropping this month, and it's gonna be some dope, some different, and we're gonna keep hitting that. Keep going at this. I'm also gonna be dropping soon, and we're gonna try to get a couple more artists up in here to share their story and share their experiences in this. With that being said, this is the Blue Couch. Thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one.
Deuces.
Thank you.